Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're starting today with this box, this interesting box. Now what could be in here? Cigars? A tabletop croquet set maybe? Let's take a look inside. Voila! Now, this is more your thing, Tracy. So what have we got here?
It's a little collection of tools for marking fabric so that you can sew it and embroider it.
Little print block marking pieces. Really interesting, isn't it? Really smart.
The bigger letters will be for linens, bed linen sheets, that type of thing.
So you'd put that into an ink pad, stick it on the sheet, and then you would embroider the sheet.
You'd embroider over the pattern that you've made, which in this case is letters.
A little template, isn't it? And these little ones, if you've ever seen the French chemises, we'll put one on. We show you, these are used, aren't they, for the little...
Yeah, for the initials
little
on the
initials
front.
on chemises and things. So it's a really interesting little collection. And you've got the rollers here, these little rollers that...
Now the rollers have a pattern on them. So you would go around the neck of the chemise or perhaps around the hem. Well, it's mainly on the neck really. But it could be on anything. It could be on a blouse or, you know, any other piece of clothing, children's clothing. And what you would do is you'd print out the pattern and then you would overfill with thread.
Yeah.
Often on the chemise that will be in white or off-white. The letters are normally in red on the chemise, and the big letters can be, the early ones were red, but later on as you hit different periods in time they change colour, and sometimes they're in white.
Yeah, they're white, aren't they? That's an interesting bit. That's like a scratch built little homemade piece, isn't it?
Yeah, that's been homemade, and that's actually made of metal.
Yeah, yeah, little flower pattern. That's a really interesting collection, and someone would have built that up over years, wouldn't they?
Yeah, that
years and years. Some of them are quite common little.
And you'll find that that one you've got there, that's going to be quite an early one. I mean, that pattern's been around for absolutely donkey's years. They've been using that over 100 years.
Proper antique.
Yeah, some of the others are more Art Deco in style, and some later than that. And then you have the actual rollers that you have here. This bit has got a little piece of felt or wool fabric on it, so that when you push it down, it won't work very well because the table's too smooth. But as it goes across the fabric...
Well, someone's practised on the inside of the lid there.
Yeah, someone's practised on the lid. As it goes across... No, it's still not going to work.
There we go. It's sticking a bit.
It needs to go on fabric. It does
Yeah,
work.
It doesn't really work on anything but fabric very well. But you can get the idea looking at it like that, can't you? Someone would have built that collection up over years.
They would.
And you're just adding to it all the time. Some very old pieces, but really interesting bit. Yeah.
It's very interesting and still very usable. I mean, you could so easily do that with pieces of fabric now. Blouses, chemise, anything like that.
Very popular, isn't it? The sewing and that side of things.
Yeah.
Right, moving on. Now, here we go. Here's some interesting pieces. I can't believe how heavy these are. These are actually brass pan lids. I thought these were fabulous. So I've sold quite a few copper pan lids over the years, but brass, I don't know if I've ever sold any brass ones. They're quite rare, really.
We have had one.
Maybe one over the years, but I thought they were really great. I'm actually selling these as together. I'm not going to split them. I think they should stay together. Although, funnily enough, they are slightly different design. That top there. That top, slightly different to that one, and you see down here where they join here, slightly different as well, aren't they? Quite unusual.
Yeah.
And this one, as you see here, I think they are Victorian, 19th century. See, it's got some writing in there, some initials. Is that a 10 there or something?
Yes, it's a 10 and MD.
Yeah, really, really nice pieces. I mean, the copper ones, and well, these as well, make great hangings, hang them in the kitchen. You can't really use them. You see, they were tinned, but the brass has come through there, so they're not usable, but decorative.
Wise,
they're great, aren't they? Really nice and very heavy. There we go. Pan lids. Okay. Next on the agenda, we have this. Now, I bought this. It's a little print inside, which I wasn't interested in, but it's the frame I bought this for. It wasn't sold as an antique frame, so it's a bit of a tip if you're out and about and you're looking and you see some prints and it's not for too much money. It could have a good frame on it like this. This is a 19th century frame, really nice. The cat's about to leap on something. Bob, Bob, wait. He's bullying bumblebees, I think. Anyway, it's got this like a blind fretwork around this nice design here. You can see that fretwork around this, called this blind fretwork, where it's there's something behind it, as it were. I'm going to explain that. Fretwork is like this open.
It's an open border where you can see through
fretting.
it.
But when it's blind fretwork, they call it blind fretwork when it's got something behind, so you can't see through. If you get my meaning. But this is a really old frame. Look, and I actually think inside the picture is fairly old itself, because you can see that hasn't been touched for a long time. But you can just see this is a very old, it's going to be a 19th century
Someone's
frame.
had it off the back, haven't they, I think?
Yeah, and it's a
a
quality frame. Actually, I do think this might be an engraving.
A bit of a gothic-y look, isn't it?
I think it's an engraving, that. And you can tell that when you look at these under the eyeglass. You get, I can't show it on the screen, but you get these little lines. Yeah, you get these little sort of small lines. That's an engraving rather than just a print.
Which is just the dots, isn't it?
Yeah, the modern
Uniform
prints with just
dots.
the uniform dots. So a lovely piece, but as I say, keep your eyes out when you're out and about, and if you see something that's just a print or something, don't worry, the frame may be worth more than the picture. This quality piece is quite heavy. Now, I'll finish today with...
That is normally an indication, actually,
a bit more quality
of a
bit of weight
decent
to it, yeah.
older frame. Not always, but very often the plasticky ones that pretend to be wood,
light.
They're very light. And also the modern frames that are gilt are often light. It's a little bit of a hint, actually.
Yeah. This is an 18th century painting. Are you getting that? Is it glaring?
Yeah.
Or...
I need to pop it on the table.
This is an 18th century painting. Lovely piece. I was so pleased to find this. Really was. It wants a little light surface clean, but I'm not going to let Tracy anywhere near it.
I don't do paintings.
No, thank goodness for that. I've seen some of your restoration works before. Do you remember my little pewter tankard? Let's not talk about that.
That was about 40 years ago when we were very first together.
There we go, lovely little 18th century scene. You've got someone riding a little horse there.
Can you just push it slightly to the top to me, because it's just
and you can see
the
trees. They have that sort of style on the 18th century picture with the trees, the leaves. Can you go in there and see the leaves, how they do them?
Like that.
You can sort of tell an 18th century painting. Now,
yeah, you'll be seeing next week when we do our little programme on the 3 different... Programme, movie, video. When we do our little video about pictures through three different eras.
We'll try that. 18th, 19th and
20th.
Yeah, we'll give I've still got the cobwebs in here. I haven't cleaned it yet.
You never clean them.
Now, this has been remounted, I don't know how, maybe...
The canvas has been restretched.
It's been restretched and put onto another frame here.
You can tell the frame's modern.
Probably...
more modern.
I would say, looking at that, probably early part of the 20th century, I don't know, 30s, 50s, I don't know, it's hard to say, but it has been remounted, thankfully, because it's preserved it really well. But you can see actually the canvas itself, very old canvas, takes on that sort of colour after years and years and years. But yeah, a lovely little picture. Just could do with a professional light clean. to really let the colours pop
and it
again.
wants a decent frame too, doesn't it?
And a nice gilt frame. Fabulous little thing. I'm so pleased with that. I mean, obviously it's not, you don't find 18th century art on your travels all the time. So I was really pleased.
No, we've got one upstairs, haven't we? Big one.
Yeah, really
That's
pleased
actually
with
watercolour, isn't it?
that. Not sure which one you're on
Trying
about.
to think. I'm on about the big one in the bedroom.
Oh,
The
yeah,
gilt
that's
frame.
that's
Yeah,
watercolour,
that's
yeah.
watercolour.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit too big to hold down actually, but
Yes. So
but
there we
again
are.
the leaves, they're very similar.
Yeah, they have
you
this
get
very
these
tight,
almost individual
little
tiny
leaves.
little leaves,
That
which
picture we've got Copley
gives a
Fielding
beautiful
pictures.
effect actually.
That Copley Fielding picture. That tends to
It
be
gives
an
it a
18th,
very delicate feel, doesn't it? Very light.
tends to be an 18th century style. Anyway, there we
Which was a
go.
very good start.
Yep, that should be going up on the website very soon.
If it doesn't get on the wall first.
No, you're not having it. It's going. Right, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Anything to add, Tracy?
No.
It's getting quite exciting because the vide greniers are starting soon, which are like the equivalent of car boot sales in France, where all the villages turn out. They have goes from village to village in the area, and they bring all their stuff out and get professional dealers as well. A good mix. So I'm really fizzing waiting for that to start.
Yeah, it
2 or 3
tends
weeks.
to just happen through spring through to autumn,
Yeah.
doesn't it? One
But
every weekend
It's
in a
just,
different village or a different town.
it's good fun, and we'll try and take a bit more film. Try and do a bit more filming this year around some of these sales. A bit more fun. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. We sell our items on our shop, secretchateau.com. We're also on Etsy as Secret Chateau, so come and take a look. Please like and subscribe if you liked our little video. Really appreciate it. And we will see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.